How are you guys? How is it going? Hello, hello. Welcome to today's live. I am excited that you're here. We're gonna put in we're going to put together what we have been doing for the last 3 days. And if you are a coach or a service provider or a healer, then you want to stay until the end because this is one of the biggest blocks that healers, coaches, and service providers have. And my intention today is that you leave here with a different set of mind, that we actually are able to clear it. So I'm going to put do not disturb on my phone just because I don't want to get interrupted while we're doing this live. Hello from Hawaii. Oh my God, que rico, Hawaii. Hold on one second. Can you guys hear me? Just let me know if you can hear me. Let me know where you're tuning in from. This is a Q&A, so you can ask any questions that you want throughout the live. And the intention behind this live is that you understand how to unblock your business or the energy that you project into your business. Thank you for the love. Thank you very much. So if you guys have been here for the last few days, then you will know that hello from South Africa. Hello right back to you. LA. Nice. We were looking at our analytics and we have so many people from LA. But I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to be here today because I wish somebody, buenos dias, I wish somebody would have told me 9 years ago when I started my coaching business, this is what you need to get unstuck, because I would have done it, right? And we have been talking about the 3 main energy centers that influence your business. And we have said that mindset, when somebody has a mindset block, in reality, what they have is an energetic block. And I want to go a little bit deeper because I have a little bit more time today. So I want to give you a better understanding. And this that I'm doing right now is exactly what you have to do to create your coaching framework or the program that you're going to sell or the service that you're going to sell. Because many times what happens is we fall in love with spirituality or with some type of holistic healing, and then we're like motivated and we think, okay, I want to go out and do this for other people. I want someone to experience the transformation that I experienced. But even though you have been certified, you still don't know how to grow your business, how to show up with confidence, how to put together your expertise into a program that somebody's actually going to invest in it. And not only invest, but that the person is going to get transformations. So today, it's all about that. And for you to actually understand that what you create comes from your beliefs, I invite you to watch the previous challenges. This is day 4, but go back and watch them. If not, they're going to also be on our podcast. But it's important that you create that model of understanding. And a model of understanding is exactly the same thing that you have to do with your clients. So if you are a coach, a healer, a woman entrepreneur, and you're like, well, even building your brand, okay, it takes the same type of concept, because as humans we are not as complicated as we think we are. We're actually pretty simple once you understand. The first thing that we need to understand, and if you're here, thank you for being here, but the first raised in awareness that we need to understand is that when we obtain a certification or decide that we're going to build a business online, it doesn't mean, hi Adris, hello Pakistan, it doesn't mean that you get to override a few things that are important, right? Like your marketing, your structure, your systems, the reason why people... Perfect. Thank you for that. The reason why people buy your product or your services. So I have inside the Align CEO, there's all types of women entrepreneurs, but the majority of them are coaches or healers, right? And a lot of them do holistic healing, and they know the value and the benefits of holistic healing, but they don't know how to put it together. And what ends up happening there is that you end up in a place of frustration and overwhelm, and you want to quit your job, and you will, you want to go back to maybe a 9 to 5 if that's what you're trying to leave, and you have sabotage with money. So money comes in, but you can't hold it, the whole 9 yards. This happens to a lot of people that are in this industry and that they want to grow a successful business. That's just how it happens. But you can use these tools, or what we're going to talk about, to grow anything, including your brand. The first thing that I want to tell you that all my teaching is based off is quantum physics. It's science. Because if I only come with you and I teach you spirituality or woo-woo, you need to create a model of understanding. At least the people that have like a science-based thinking, which is your frontal lobe, your analytical mind, right? The one that analyzes, can this be true? Is it so good to be true? Can I actually work this? And in the previous training, I explained that everybody has something called an electromagnetic field. Doesn't matter who you are, you have an electromagnetic field, and that field is right outside of your body. It is how you communicate with other humans, and it is what holds that electromagnetic field, or what is held inside of it, is your thoughts and your magnetism, meaning your feelings, right? So when someone comes and they're like, okay, I got all these certifications, or I'm at this point in my business, but I don't know how to articulate my value, or I don't know who I'm really serving, and I want to serve a lot of people, but in reality, you only need one persona, and that person will represent a lot of people. I speak, or I cater to coaches and healers, but inside the Line CEO, we have women entrepreneurs, right? That also understood that they have some type of block. And I want you to know that that is independent to your financial status. That is independent to where you are in business. It doesn't matter, because you're human, and humans are bound by these universal laws called laws of nature. And one of the laws of nature is cause and effect. And this has more effect, and it influences your business more than you know. So the first thing that I want you to know is get really clear on the intention that you have as to why you're doing this. And believe it or not, this may sound, like, oh my God, I can't believe that. A lot of women are missing the structure in the business. Before you go into business, if you do not have a clear intention as why you're doing it, and that intention is something that is powerful to you, you're going to stop. You're going to start and you're going to stop. You're going to constantly self-doubt yourself. Because remember, yesterday we talked about brain-heart coherence, and how in our heart is where we hold the vision and the goals of the future. And if that is not clearly articulated and visualized, it's going to be hard for you. And the reason why a lot of people don't do that is because they are lacking confidence, right? So they're constantly self-doubting themselves. They're constantly stopping and starting. They have a problem when they're going to charge. They have to clear their throat. I really did have to clear my throat. They have to clear their throat. They feel like it's so, it's having you felt when you are confronted with a situation that makes you feel uncomfortable. Where do you feel it in your body? One of the first places that we feel it, it's in our gut. And it's not a coincidence that it's in our gut, because our gut, or our solar plexus, the energy center that we hold there, is the one that holds everything with regards to guilt and fear and shame and comparison, right? And when we have those blockages, and many times we're not even aware, like we can't articulate it, but you can feel it. Because a lot of people come to me and they're like, I feel that I have a block somewhere, and they don't know exactly where, but they know, because you're intuitive, right? This is what you are. You are a human being that is made of energy, and you are intuitive. The fact that your senses are what plugs you into this reality doesn't mean that those are the only senses that you have. The fact that you can read someone's energy doesn't mean that nobody else can learn that. Everybody can learn how to do that. It's a sense that you already have based on being a human being. So when you are creating your coaching framework, or when you are creating your online business and you want to grow it and you want to expand it, one of the first things that you need to kind of understand and embody is that you have to, or one of your goals is to be one of the reference in the field. And you don't get that by the amount of followers that you have. That means nothing. You don't get that by the amount of likes that you have. You really get that by your commitment of your intention, and by the results that your clients obtain. And I want you to know something, that this is something that women undervalue, but raising someone's awareness and taking them from what they need, where they are now, and what they need to know, understand, and believe to change their life is a huge breakthrough. It is raising someone's consciousness. It is giving a woman their power back and telling them, you are the co-creator of your life. Your thoughts and your feelings or your emotions influence your external results. And whatever you see outside is the effect of whatever is causing it. It's never the effect and then the cause. It's the cause and then the effect. It's a human nature. It's a law of nature. No one can change it. So if you started on Monday, we talked about the money story, right? How many people, how many women have a money story? I want to say the majority of them. And it doesn't matter the income level that you are at. That doesn't matter. It's about what you feel in regards to money, how you think about it, how the control that it has over you. And if you are one of these people that feel that money controls you, I want to tell you a few things. The first thing is that your structure in your business, the safety, the structure, your money story, the fact that you feel entitled in a good way to actually be here and develop this business and not be afraid to charge and take space has nothing to do with what the field you're in and everything to do with how you feel about yourself. So you can change everyone on the outside or apparently change them. But if the person doesn't change within, there's going to be no external change. And you guys, like the majority of people struggle with that. They struggle with the idea that you being closer to love and away from fear, or you increasing your self-worth and your self-value through what you say and how you act to yourself, people disregard that. And that is the first rule in creating, or that's the first rule in the energetic advantage. And you want to use this energetic advantage because it's free, right? It's a change in your thoughts. And your thoughts are going to change your feelings, because when you have a thought, your thoughts are language of the brain, and feelings or emotions are language of the body. And as an entrepreneur, the last thing that you want to be is creating with your mind all these limiting beliefs that are going to keep you stuck because of cortisol and adrenaline that are pumping through your body. That's truly how it is. Besides that, one of the most important things when you are developing your coaching framework is when someone is going to buy from you, they are deciding emotionally if they like you, know you, and trust you. That is the psychology of sales. There's really nothing more to say there, right? That's how they decide. We buy based on our emotions. And when you are deciding that you are going to articulate the value of of your service, of your program, of your offer, the first person that has to believe that she brings value is yourself. And value is not something that you obtain from external validation or from something outside of yourself. An aligned CEO has a very strong morning routine because she understands and knows that she cannot serve anyone from an empty cup. And people say that all the time, like, you can't give from an empty cup. Yeah, but what are you actually really consistently doing in order to fill your cup? Because if you were consistently doing that, then you would be working or operating by the laws of nature. And the laws of nature says that we don't need anything outside of ourselves, that we actually generate the abundance. We generate the feelings of fulfillment. We generate the feelings of freedom. Which, by the way, if what you're looking for is more money, you don't want to focus on the money. You want to focus on the feeling of freedom, because your body accepts feelings as things. That's how your body communicates. Ask yourself, have you ever been in a situation where you felt fear? The situation is outside of yourself, but where you feel fear is in your body. And that is what gives the signal to run, hide, or fly, or fight. That's how it works, right? That's the principle. When you are developing your coaching program, that is something that you are committing to being better at each and every day. It is your commitment to showing up as a reference in your field. It is what is going to speak without you speaking. It is what is going to attract your clients without you having to think, what am I going to post today? Am I going to post and pray? Am I going to, where am I going to get the next client from? Where are they going to come from? That's important that you understand that. The second thing that I want you to understand is, after you fell in love with spirituality or neuroscience or quantum physics or chakras, and you want to put that into a program that somebody's going to have transformations. Okay, what do they need to know, understand, or believe that maybe they don't know yet that is going to give them the transformative results that they are looking for? And that comes from confidence and from poise, okay? You speak less than you listen more, and you speak less, because you want to understand their actual problem. And remember, the effect, the cause, when somebody comes to me and they say, okay, Vanessa, one of the things that I need help with is that I need to put my coaching framework together. I have all these certifications and I have all this knowledge, but I don't know how to articulate it or put it together. Many times, okay, so that is the effect. right? And then when I continue to ask, well, why don't you know how to put it together? Well, I'm not really sure of the transformation that I give, and I'm not really sure if somebody's going to pay me for this, and I'm not really sure how to make it into something tangible. Okay, the first thing that I'm going to look at is how much clarity does she have in the person that she's serving? Because it's not about putting together something, it's about really, really knowing this is the person that I serve. This is it. This is the person that I serve. And this is how I serve that person. And one of the things that I want you to do, especially if this is resonating with you, is validate your idea before you go out and create any type of asset. Because it's not usually what you think the person wants, it's what they say they want. You know how they say, give them what they need. Give them what they want, teach them what they need, right? And the person that is in charge of that is you. You are the professional. And if you are one of the biggest things in structure and system, which is your root chakra, which holds a lot of important things in your business, is that if you feel not confident in whatever area that it is that you are doing, then part of your commitment is that every day it's 1% better. So you make sure that you are already embodying that person that you want to become by becoming a professional in your field. It's not about getting a Reiki or a healing or a pranic healing certification. That is not going to build your business. It is how you incorporate that into your program so that someone has transformation. And then after you do that, another thing that I see a lot of people thinking is that they are responsible for someone's entire life, from getting someone from A to Z. You are not. Please tell me someone, thank you for the love, thank you so much. Please tell me someone that has been able to get you from A to Z. No one, because part of your life is evolving and it is learning new things and it is using the tools that you got here in order for you to continue to grow. So if you are a coach or a healer or some type of service provider and you think that you have to, save someone, please stop that. That is a self-sabotage that says, I'm not enough at this current moment. Another thing that I want you to know is that you have to be out in the trenches. Like, you need to understand for 1 second that it's going to most likely take you a little bit to be an expert in your field. The intention that you carry behind it moves energy. It gives you momentum. That's what it does. And something else that is so important and it's not talked about, stop taking everything so personally. Like when someone says, you want to have validation calls, you want to reach out to people, especially at the beginning of your business, because that is going to allow you to gain the experience so that you attract the customer at a later stage in your business. That's really important. You can, if you had undivided belief that just by your thoughts you would be able to create what you want, and you had this incredible self-belief in yourself, I truly believe you wouldn't need anything else, because that is when the ideal clients appear. That is when everything, when the teacher arrives, when the student is ready. That is, I love you too. That is when it happens. But the majority of us come conditioned. Remember we said that at age 35, you are already a set of beliefs or behaviors. Remember we said that? And nothing out of your comfort zone is going to give you new results. The intention that you have of your business. So I'm going to share with you one of my biggest intentions. One of my biggest intentions is that I made enough so that I can now contribute and give back to maybe communities or organizations since our conversation, I have been having new clients and constantly booking. Yes, that's amazing. So one of the reasons that I founded Prospera Mama was because I wanted to teach this information to women that maybe don't have the chance to, buy a coaching program or don't have access to a lot of internet, whatever it is, right? And now in my business, after all these years, is when I have the opportunity to do that. And the coolest thing is that as soon as I was ready, but that was always my intention, right? My intention was like, oh my God, if I can teach this, if I can talk about this, if I can share this information, if I can raise the awareness of maybe people that don't have, or communities that don't have access to what we have access to, then imagine the change, right? Like imagine the impact. And there goes the law of cause and effect. So if I did that, I knew that the effect would be so big in my life. But more than like monetary success, which is I'm very grateful for, it was my internal feeling. And that's what we're all looking for. It's the feeling internally of you feeling joyful and excited and motivated and resourceful and creative. And that is what you're chasing, nothing else. Yes, I do. Part of the reason why inside of the Aligned CEO there is just one day of clearing is because of this. Listen to this. I'm going to give you an example. And if you are a healer or coach, I want to not unmotivate you. I want to do the opposite. So many people need healing. So many people need different type of information so that they can up level their consciousness and believe in something different. Imagine somebody being completely stuck and without any hope, and then through your information and through your work, the person has a completely different outlook in life. If they have a different outlook in life, if life is looking different, there was an internal change, right? Can we agree on that? Because we said that whatever you see outside of yourself, thank you for the love, I so much appreciate it, that whatever you see outside of yourself is the effect of something that you internally caused, right? And I feel that part of the reason that you should also be moved is to leave an impact. Like you want to come here to do something to evolve. And in any business that you're in any area that you're in, if you have a bigger intention, everything literally will plan out. What stops us is our beliefs. I can't do it. Who's going to believe me? If I do a live, I'm going to die. It doesn't work this way. My clients, I feel like I am constantly, what is it that I hear? Constantly, they're tired of hearing about my offer. So those are your beliefs. And a simple way to clear that is remember that beliefs are what you have adopted at a young age because your subconscious mind was in lower brain waves and you adapted those beliefs as a form of life. At any moment, you can change that. You have that power. You know that. You decide, okay, I no longer am happy with how I'm living and with these living situation, or I want to create something that gives me a bigger impact in life or something like that. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm live. Because now more than ever, with the internet, you have the opportunity to do that. And if you have the opportunity to do that, how many other lives are you going to change? At the end of when it's all said and done, that will bring you more satisfaction than anything else. Because as humans, we crave connection and community. That's why we were born into a family. No other reason. So if you're still like, oh, I'm not sure about my coaching program, the first thing that I want you to do is ask yourself this simple question. What is it that they need to believe, understand, or be aware of their current situation? That is why it's important that you know what problem you're solving before you get an ideal client. You want to know what is the problem that you're solving. And usually a problem has to be something tangible. You have to help them in either relationships, make more money, or in health. That's usually why someone is going to give you their credit card. And you have the ability to create a coaching program that with your knowledge and with what makes you feel alive and what makes you feel so motivated can help someone transform their lives. And people pay for transformation. That's how it works. But you need a little bit of courage to actually believe that you can do that. And courage is held here in your solar plexus. That is also where your confidence is held. And again, it's something that you hold within from your thoughts. You don't show up one day and you're like thinking, oh my God, I am so not confident and not motivated. And then you project confidence and motivation. That's not how it works. You first go within, you find the confidence, you find the motivation, right? Within, not outside of yourself, not with another healer, not with another coach, within. And then that's what you're going to project. And everything gets so much more easier. Coco, stop that. If you haven't met Coco, you're probably going to meet her today. She's my Pomeranian that constantly barks. And she's sitting in our podcast sofa today, but I don't know what's going on with her. So it's important that you understand that if somebody has been able to do it, you can do it as well. And around us, how many people can we look and say, oh my God, she grew a successful business in this, or she became successful in that, or she became successful in that. If one person is able to do it, so are you. And what is stopping you is your beliefs. And you also need a little bit of courage to believe, that's all you need, belief, that you can override or overcome those beliefs. That's all you need. Because the difference between someone that doesn't overcome their beliefs and someone that does and moves on and gains momentum through action is the person that actually believes that she can do it. That's the only difference. The same thing when you are holding space in a coaching container for other people, the one that sets the standard is you. So you want to make yourself super sure by following daily habits of the person that you're becoming, right? Your schedule, you're putting down your phone, you're not constantly comparing yourself, you're not constantly jumping from strategy to strategy and posting to seeing what it resonates with. You are the person, and I know this based on experience. I used to charge $150 for an hour session when I started. When I started, I used to charge $50. And guess what happened? I would get a few sessions here and there. And I want to say that I believe I was always good at what I did. But I would only get a few sessions here and there. And I had an internal belief that I wouldn't be paid a larger amount of money for a premium program. And the only way that changed, yes, of course, through experience, because my confidence grew. But the only moment that changed was the moment that I believed, no more. Like, this is it. This is what I need. This is the structure and systems. This is the program that I need for the person to have transformation, because one session is only going to get you 72 hours, to be honest with you, of alignment. And after that, we revert back to our old personality. But in reality, the only thing that changed was my belief that I could actually do it. And at the beginning, to change a belief, you want to be intentional with your energy. Whatever you focus on energizes. That's the truth. Whatever you bring your awareness to energizes. And if you are like confused on this, the last two trainings that I did yesterday and the day before, it speaks about that. You live the life that you believe you are entitled to live. And we make it so much harder than what it should be. It's not that hard. It's actually the opposite. When you are trying to control an outcome. You know, when I see someone, when I'm talking to somebody, I think it's because I've been doing this for such a long time. I know what energy that person is coming from. I know if that person is coming from an energy of, like insecurity or fear or anger or guilt or sabotage. I know it. It's very apparent, and your words do not lie, and your body language also holds a lot of the intention that you have. And you starting to tune in and set a different intention is going to change things for you. It's not hard. It's actually the opposite. It's actually easier than you think it is. And let me give you a clear example. For you to tell me that you are an expert in your field and maybe your sales are not consistent as a coach or a healer or a service provider, I as a professional, I want to see your structure, your systems, your ability to articulate your value, your vision, and your goals. And I can guarantee you that in one of those three, there's going to be a leak. There's going to be something that is out of alignment. There's going to be. Because if you are truly in alignment, you wouldn't be having those problems. When someone is truly in alignment, the problems that they have and everything is going amazing, what they have is the second thing that comes is, oh my God, it's so amazing right now and I'm fearful of losing it. So that's like another area. That's what it is. It's like, oh my God, I'm fearful of all this money that I'm making and I don't know if I can hold it. I see that all the time as well. But the first person, again, that needs to get clear and understand that you can provide a transformation is you. And then after that, you're going to have to overcome the pay. It's none of your business. It's none of your business what someone else does. How are they going to get the money? You do not price your program or service or your brand or whatever you do based on if somebody else can afford it or not. That is completely not not the way to go. And you don't create a bunch of small assets like $17 offers and $27 offers. Thank you for the badge. Thank you very much. You don't do that if you don't have a clear picture of your systems and structure. As a matter of fact, don't do that if you don't have a big following, because $17 times 10 or 20 people that are going to buy the max, because that's the stats, is not going to give you six figures, or it's not going to give you enough for you to live. Another thing that I just want to say, this wasn't part of how to create your coaching framework, but it's important that we talk about. I was just talking with a lady that is, I believe she's an accountant, and she teaches Latina entrepreneurs things about, their assets and wealth management, and she empowers through information other women, which I think is so amazing. And we were talking about this, and I said, one of the things that kind of surprises me is that people don't know how much they need to make in order to sustain their business. And you don't want to look at that. And if you don't want to look at that, then here's another little tip that I'm going to coach you on. Get organized in your finances. Money loves organization, whether you believe it or not. There's a book on it. It's called The Psychology of Money, and you can look it up, research, buy it, whatever. And it says that it loves organization. And if you are very much not clear on the numbers that you need, then you are just playing. Like, you are literally playing around. You're not really growing a business. You need to know how much you need to make and what area your business is in. And doesn't it sound amazing for you to have the opportunity to become a professional and an expert in your field and not have to have 100 clients or 50 clients? Because with a small amount where you show up as the best version of yourself and you give the best, a coaching container and results, you have more than enough. And that is so doable. That is 100% doable. I know it by experience. So it's not so much that you are confused. It's more that what if we look at it from a point of, how much do I believe that I can actually give this person this transformation? Or how much do I believe that right now where I'm at, I can hold this client or I can help this client? And that belief starts with you. I know people that are super amazing at what they do, and they could be making millions. Like, they could be killing it, and they are still fearful, asking themselves. I literally know people. I'm not sure if it's good enough. Or I'm not sure if I should do the follow-ups because what are they going to say? Or what are they going to think? Or, well, I invested in this, but I don't know how someone else is going to do it. What are you guys talking about? People want transformation. People want information. People want to have something different in their life. And you're still here doubting yourself. Well, probably people that have less credentials than you are killing it. It's like a true story. So now to recap. What does my ideal audience or client need to know, understand, and believe? And that is the first chapter of your coaching. Format, framework, brand. And then you go and you add on after, thank you for the badges. You add on after the first chapter or module more concepts that is going to create at the end a huge level, a new level of awareness and a new, what is it called? Model of understanding. That's how it works. And people want practical. Stop with the filming. I'm sorry, don't come for me, but this is my personal opinion. Stop with the filming of a course that has no real substance because you are in love with the idea of passive income. Stop with that. And that is because you really don't know who you're serving. Because if you knew who you were serving, you would understand their problem in a really clear manner. And when someone is looking for transformation, they don't want to hear any other pre-recorded thing. They want to feel differently. So walk them through the experience of them feeling and thinking differently. And last, you get what you put into it. The same thing if you're taking a coaching program. The same thing if you are I say that if you want to make more money and if you feel blocked, you trying to go out there and get more clients is working matter to matter. If we use the natural laws and we say that we get into alignment, we will generate that energy. That was one of the things that stuck with me from Dr. Joe so badly. You generate that energy. You don't go out and look for it. It comes to you. It's very rare that I offer my service to someone. It's usually that the person through my content comes to me. I have no shame in the game. There's absolutely no shame in my game. If you don't know the hustle, then you probably still need a little bit more hustle in order for you to actually gain momentum. Because I have no shame in doing that. But if you are tired of that and you think you have to catch a client or close a client or force someone, you are not operating in alignment. And operating in alignment feels so much better than operating from scarcity or from anger or from fear. And you have the power to change that at any moment. Like, when did we give this power away? No. Who is responsible for your thoughts? You are. And if your thoughts generate electrical impulses that create an electromagnetic field, who would be responsible for the results or lack of results that you have today in your life? You. And how do you change that? By managing your energy. And how do you manage your energy? The first thing you do is get into alignment, which means a different state of energy. And you do that through meditation, which is completely free. It's free. No one has to do it for you. It is completely free. The last thing that I want to say is, if you are a therapist or a coach or the whole 9 yards, even a service provider, if you're a creator or whatever it is that you do, qualify your clients, please. There's nothing worse than you having clients that are not ready for your program or that are not aware that they even have a problem that you are going to help them solve and get them into your container. There's nothing worse, because you need to understand that that container that you have, meaning the people that you coach within the same container, are sharing energy. And it's not a coincidence that when someone takes off and starts making sales, everyone else in that container does the same. It's not a coincidence. The same goes for the opposite. Once you do that, you can't turn back. The story changes. Yes, once you do that, you cannot turn. Any words to say when I feel this person dislikes me? Who cares? Why would you care? Why would you force someone to like you? For what reason? Don't you want to be around people that make you feel alive and happy and excited and motivated and are believers and you share similar values? You don't say anything. You just guard your energy, meaning you're not around them. And that is it. That's the end of it. Lastly, according to natural laws, universal laws, you know why they're a law? They're a law because they always give the same result. Otherwise, they wouldn't be a law. And according to that, we only receive what we are worthy of receiving. And our worthiness is amplified when we detach from the current situation and stop judging ourselves for what we see in our reality. And we amplify our energy. And that is attained through meditation. So the more you learn to accept and love yourself, the more you are going to receive. That is the coolest thing, isn't it not? I didn't say you have to go get another job. I didn't say you have to do more matter to matter. I didn't say you have to, I don't know, anything else. It's just that. It's walking your talk that will change everything else. I promise. I see this every single day. And if someone, okay, it's 1:37. I have a few minutes. So if you have any questions that I can help you, unblock or create a different level of awareness around, let me know. And I would be more than happy to help you with that. And if you are a coach or a healer, do not desist of your vision. Don't. Because there's so many people that are needing that healing and that want that information and that want to live a different level of awareness and that want to live a different life. The majority of the population. Feeling less confident about myself. Feeling less confident about myself. It's feeling not really that they dislike me. Let's see. So you're feeling less confident about yourself because you feel that they dislike you. Okay, so here's something that I want you to know. What's your favorite book about money? My favorite book about money that includes quantum physics, and it's amazing. It's A Happy Pocket Full of Money. Everybody should absolutely read it. A Happy Pocket Full of Money. It's amazing. You can read more of the natural laws in A Happy Pocket Full of Money as well. And of course, Dr. Joe Dispenza. Oh my God. Which, by the way, the countdown has begun. I am going to be in Nashville in 2 weeks for Dr. Joe's event. And then so far after Nashville, Cancun, which is so amazing to me. It is incredible. I need help to unblock from me being successful. I need more information. Like, what do you do? Where are you blocked? What do you want to do? Where's your vision? Where are you now? So this is for the person that said, okay, listen to me. It's okay that not everybody likes you. That's not a big deal. It doesn't matter. There's hundreds of other people. You're very welcome, Tefa. That doesn't matter. What I want you to know is that the feeling of them not liking you, I want to switch it around a little bit. And what is it within you that you're not liking about yourself? Because we usually project onto others our internal beliefs. So what is it within you that you don't really like? Because at this point in my life, I have no problem, no issue whatsoever with someone saying I don't like you. I respect everybody's opinion. It doesn't matter to me. It will not change anything in me. There's absolutely nothing that will change. And I'm sure that there's a lot of people that don't like me. It's just natural human behavior. I don't know. There's something within them that I trigger, and I don't care. So don't give your power away to what other people think, what other people like, what other people don't like. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. As long as you love yourself, that's all that matters. Because someone else liking you is not going to change your situation, but you liking you will change your situation. Does that make sense? Your worth is not up to someone's opinion of you. Your worth is your beliefs. I was doing not friendly, not sharing myself. Not being friendly, not sharing myself. Yeah, so that's more of a trust issue. And when we have a trust issue, our solar plexus is blocked, which also blocks our clarity and our confidence. Somebody else said something. Let's see. It says, I was doing good in my job and this layoff happened and I lost my job and I'm 2nd February 86 born. So this should be an opportunity for you to actually, you have two options. You can sit and dwell and cry and just like kill yourself with your thoughts and all of that. Or you can take action. Like, how grateful is it that now that you lost your job, you lost it in 2023, where one of the fastest ways to build wealth is through social media, and you can get very good at doing that. And if you have to find another job, you're going to increase your gratitude towards the other job that you're going to find. So at least it gives you enough time for you to find the resources and read the books and get good at what you were doing, so you can do it online and get your time back and live a better life. I am 35, have successful in professional life and also have businesses. Still, I'm unable to find relationship till now. What should I do? So somebody told me this a few years ago, and I think this is so remarkable. People usually, I'm not a relationship coach. That's something that I'm just not, right? I don't have the experience. I don't even know. So listen to this. A lot of women, they associate energy healing with me telling them their future and me telling them if their husband is going to come back or if they're going to find their relationship or whatever it is, right? And that's okay, because relationships, just like health and money, are three things that dictate our life. Listen to me. What you want to generate are the feelings of appreciation. And if you have been accustomed to toxic relationships, it's hard for you to bring up the feelings of appreciation. But if you try to teach your body and you're consistent with it out of self-love, and you teach your body, how does it feel to feel appreciated? And a way to do that is closing your eyes, going within and remembering a moment that you were appreciated, or how does that feel? That will amplify And your new relationship, believe it or not, will be someone that actually understands and allows you to feel appreciated, which is far from being in a toxic relationship. So it's not about you meditating to bring that person that you think that left you. That's not what it's about. It's about increasing your self-love, your appreciation, how you feel loved, because love also has to do with appreciation, that will bring the new relationship to you. So for 1 second, remember that when we try to control an outcome, we are not in alignment. We think we have control over something, and you have control over nothing. There's nothing that you have control over other than your thoughts. Let's see, somebody else said something. Okay, I have 10 more minutes. I don't even know where to begin to be successful because of my living situation. I'm stuck in a dead-end job with no free time. Okay, so the first thing that you want to do is paint a clear picture. What is it that you want? Get clear on it. What is it that you want? And then you're going to have to drop every single excuse that keeps you far from what you want. And the first one is managing your energy. So you establish a routine. You read on topics that make you feel good, that expand your awareness. You don't endlessly scroll on TikTok or social media because you know that those dopamine hits are not the good ones for you. You take ownership, really, of your life. And that's so cool because you guys are the co-creators of your life. So you get to generate results. Isn't that cool? I think that's super cool. Panic attacks. Again, the same thing. Meditate. There's nothing else, in my opinion, that is going to... Because meditation releases trauma from the body. It brings your body back to wholeness. And when you're having panic attacks or anxiety or depression or all of this, I am not here to say whether you take medication or not take medication. Like, that's none of my business. No. What I'm here to say is that a free resource that is like medication is meditation. But you can't really, if you want it so bad, you can't do it for 3 days and then stop. Or you can't find everything that's wrong with the meditation. Or you can't... Your expectations of what you're going to receive is so much more powerful than you would ever understand. That's very important that you just take that as a law. What you expect to get out of something is so much more powerful than you can imagine. So if you go in there and you're like, oh no, this meditation doesn't work, or I can't take his voice. A lot of people say that with Dr. Joe. I can't take his voice. His voice is like that because that is going to put you in an alpha brainwave state, and that is where you rewire your subconscious mind, which is your operating system. You know? So stop blocking yourself, basically. Stop blocking yourself. That's important. Okay, I have like 5 more minutes. And the last thing that I want to say, thank you. Thank you so much for everybody that has joined us. I hope that you go back and listen to the previous challenge. It really does open your awareness. And just by thinking differently, you will generate a different energy, which is a vibration. Because remember that your vibe is expressed in a ladder of human consciousness. Remember that your vibe is not just a cliche word that everybody is using now. It's actually the way that you feel internally that creates a vibration outside of your body, right? Are we clear on that? And that once you create that, I'm interested in listening. Yes, oh my God. So Kathy, can you write in the comments, Dr. Joe Dispenza? Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself is probably one of the best the best books ever. And if you have read it, go back and read it again. Save the Life. Yes. I will save the live until tomorrow, and then it will be on my podcast. So you guys can subscribe and you guys can listen to it. Listen, you know that repetition is what... it's the way that your subconscious mind is imprinted. So you want to make sure that if these concepts are resonating with you and you're liking them, that you're incorporating them into your life, and that you're listening to it again and you're listening to it again. And not only my information, right? But the more that you do that, every time you listen to it again, you're going to be like, oh my God, I didn't hear that the first time. It's a new level of awareness that you are creating. And at the end, doesn't it sound a lot better to live like joyful and excited and motivated and happy than to live in fear and guilt and comparison and, I don't know, flight or fly mode, right? Wouldn't you say that? I would say that. I would say that my life completely, absolutely changed when I started incorporating this. And like somebody said it before, you just can't go back. After you know this, you just can't go back to like, oh my God, okay, whatever happens, happens. And yeah, my life is destined to be horrible. And yeah, I will never make this. And yeah, it will never happen. Yeah, for me too. It was like, oh my God, I want to learn more. I want to know more. And I started experiencing it. And one of the things that you're going to see is that when you truly do that, the moments that you are in self-doubt or criticizing yourself or not in a good vibe start minimizing. It's not that you never have them. It's that now you have tools to get out of them. And you also understand that, oh my God, Vanessa, if you stay there and if you continuously bring those thoughts up, you're going to have more of those thoughts and you're just going to get into a loop. And that is empowering. At least for me, it's empowering. I love that. I love that it's not about doing more matter to matter. It's about expanding our awareness and our consciousness and things like that. More tips on changing your vibe. Nothing more than meditation. That is the cure all for me. And I will go like head on with that concept with anyone. It is neuroscience. It creates new neural pathways in your brain. Brain-heart coherence changes your life completely changes your life. Your physiology, there's blood that is, your blood changes. And you don't need, meditation actually creates in your body medication. So it is like a natural pharmacy. I've learned to slow down. I get so excited about learning new things that I go into a rabbit hole and then, yes. That's true. It's about taking action right now. It's right now. With what you learned right now, you take action. It's not about, that's another thing. Thank you for bringing that up. You know how many people are like, oh my God, I need another certification. I need to read another book. I need to do something else, something more. No, you don't. No. Right now, and then a commitment to being 1% better each day. That's it. That's what moves the needle towards the other side, literally. Nothing else. And if you still don't write down your goals, if you still don't have a clear vision, stop blocking your own success and watch yesterday's training. For real. If not, you're not going anywhere. You are literally in a car with your hands crossed, expecting to get to a destination where you don't even have a GPS, a map, nothing. Changing your awareness and the way that you think and feel about something changes the results that you get in your life, in your business, in your life, in anything. How incredible is it that all you need is you to change your thoughts? And some people, even if you bring them the science, even if you walk them through practicing and practical and feeling it, some people will stay at that level of awareness until the pain is so big of something that they're suffering that then they will make the firm decision to change. And you don't need to wait until that moment. You don't need to wait until that moment. You can change now, right this moment. Remember yesterday we said it? Your being is what you are when you were born. And you have the power and the decision to change that at any moment of any time, of any day, of any second. Change starts with one thought at a time. You change one thought, then the next one, then the next one, then the next one. That's how it works. And lastly, stop trying to make more money doing more matter to matter things. If you feel like you have tried everything and you are not reaching different levels of success, I can guarantee you that it's time to look within with your beliefs and work on your money story, which many times says, well, I can't do that because I tried in the past and it didn't work. And then when you go and you see the efforts that the person did, it's more of an entitlement. Well, I did a live 3 days and I didn't get 6 figures, so I just gave up on it. That's an illusion. That doesn't work like that. I wish it did. You don't want it to work like that because you don't want to have a self-sabotage when you haven't worked on your money stories and you made a lot of money and then you sabotage yourself and lost it because you thought you weren't going to be able to be responsible with it. Okay, so I hope that you guys liked it. I actually want this, if you are a coach or a healer service provider, I want you to actually do this and ask yourself, what is it that my client needs to know, understand, and become aware of? And that is the first module in your program. That really is. The second thing is, if you are not addressing energetics, good luck. And if you are a mindset coach that is not addressing energetics, you're only lying to yourself, because mindset is energy. It's changing your thoughts, and your thoughts carry energy, and they carry an electrical impulse. That's important. And the third one, stop thinking that what you do is not of value. Learn and bring science into it so it can make it more valuable towards the person that is receiving the information. That's how it works. So with that, I hope that you guys found this informative. I hope that this also instilled maybe a little bit more of hope that you can achieve what you want, that you can change your life, that you can change your energy. Whatever you believe of the external world will become a reality. So you want to make sure that your beliefs, they're held in accordance to what you want in life. In accordance to what you want. If somebody that has achieved something that you want to achieve, and they tell you the first step in changing your life is changing your thoughts, you cannot write me a message and say, I have the worst life, my money has always been stuck, and I just nothing ever works for me. Don't do that, because I will not respond, because you are doing exactly what I just said. Even if that is your situation, hello. First of all, I think I'm a teacher. And for me to be a good teacher means that you guys have to understand and put it into practice. Okay? That's why I get so passionate about it. Because it's like I'm just like, you're not receiving the information. And this is like going to change your life. So the first thing is, if your words are you already understand that they somehow have created your reality, and you send me a message saying, my money is blocked and life is terrible and I have always had this and nothing is ever working, and maybe this works and maybe this doesn't, I'm not going to respond. And I'm not going to respond, because I have been saying that the first thing that you need to do is change your words. And listen, it's not how you think, because that means that you would be living under the Newton model of science. It's not, oh my God, first I'm going to make the money and then I'm going to feel wealthy. First I am going to get the clients and then I'm going to become a professional. First I am going to grow the business and then I'm going to get the coaching. That's not how it works. And it's not bounded by what you see in your reality. What you see was created by you, consciously or unconsciously. And for you to create something new, you have to remove the stories, which are frequencies, of the old you. So even if your bank account doesn't reflect all the wealth that you want to have, stop talking about how broke you are. And even if you don't have all the clients that you want, stop saying that no one is buying from you, that it's so hard, that the economy, that I have seen people make millions of dollars in a bad economy. And I have seen people never make it in a good economy. Those are all external factors. That is my opinion. That's the mindset that I'm going to die with, literally. Because I can't believe that we're leaving our destiny to just whatever happens. So the first thing that we start doing is being mindful of what we say. What am I saying to myself? What am I declaring? What am I projecting? And if you don't get out of your comfort zone, which is just, it's not cliche. Your comfort zone is the same vibrations or frequencies that your thoughts and feelings have emitted. That's what your comfort zone is. Whether it's good or bad, it doesn't matter. Your subconscious mind cannot judge, oh, that's good or that's bad. No, it's just you continuously repeat the same cycles, live the same life, have the same results. That's just what happens in your comfort zone. When you're going to get out of your comfort zone and you're going to, in this line of work, you're going to express or articulate your value, you're going to... I don't know, you're going to make your offer, you're going to talk about your product or your services, of course that has to feel uncomfortable. Of course. It's normal that it feels uncomfortable. It's only going to feel uncomfortable for a little bit. And if you overcome that discomfort and you still take action, what you're doing is unbounding the previous beliefs. That's how you work energetics. No other way. So with that, I leave you. I will leave this live up right away so that you guys can rewatch it, or you can subscribe to the podcast and you can rewatch it. The Line CEO starts April 3rd, the next round. So I'm excited about that as well. But get to doing it and see how it starts, how you start feeling. The first thing that you need to have a change is in your state of feeling. So maybe a little bit more peace of mind, a little bit more calmness, a little bit more, just in the moment. Other than that, I will see you guys tomorrow for our last date together at 1 o'clock Eastern as well. And come with any questions or do the homework in these past 3 days so that you can actually get something out of it. I want to express to you my gratitude for you being here, for sending me the amazing messages, for being so sweet, for being, just for being here and having a listening ear and having the willingness to want to change something within you. That is how collectively we change the world. Literally, that's how collectively we change it. So I want to honor you for spending your time here with us, with me. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you guys again tomorrow at 1 p.m.